Hey y'all, welcome on in. My name is Alex, the Creative Llama. If you see that red live box right there, that means I'm live. But if you don't see it, you are just catching a good old replay. So if you are catching a replay, make sure you put hashtag replay because you're not going to want to miss out on what I'm about to show you. So when y'all pop on, say hey. Our keyword tonight is summer. When you comment that keyword, you will get the links to about everything I'm about to show you. So just bear with me. I'm going to get this shared over into my broadcast channel. I highly recommend you join the broadcast channel because that's going to be the best way to know when I'm live. I send out notifications in my broadcast channel. So basically, it's just like a one-way messaging system. You join it and I'm able to message you. It's like a big group chat, but you don't get everybody else responding. It's just me who sends out the messages. So it's a great way to know what's going on over here on my page. You know, when I'm going live, any deals, sales, anything like that happening, that it's a great way to know all of that. So make sure you join. Right down there in the pinned comment, there is a link. If you open up that pinned comment where it says comment summer, you'll open up that pin link and there's going to be a thing that says join my broadcast channel. Just click on that link and then it'll take you to your Facebook Messenger and you'll click on join channel. I really try not to blow y'all up and annoy y'all and send out messages constantly. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Leona. Hi, guys. Yes, our keyword is summer. I'm going to show you some new stuff and I'm going to do a quick little project at the end. So, hi, Donna. Hello. All right, let me get this shared. I've been over here just yapping away. Let me get this shared into the broadcast channel and then we are going to go ahead and get started. But if you didn't know, Chalk just came out with like 47 brand new transfers and a new accessory and a new surface. So I finally got it all in the mail, plus the color of the month. So I'm going to show all of that to y'all, and then we're going to do a little project at the end with one of the new summer transfers. Hi, guys. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Monica. Hi, Brenda. Hello. All right, y'all. So what do y'all want to see first? Oh, let me show y'all this. This stuff came out a couple of weeks ago, and I just now got it in the mail. But this is our new frame. This is the schoolhouse frame. And it is a chalkboard, I believe. I have to open it up. Hi, Darlene. Yep, it is a chalkboard. So this means it's a reusable surface. I really like that it's a more of a square chalkboard. So this is the new schoolhouse frame. It does have some little hangers on the back for you. And it is a chalkboard. So this is the new schoolhouse frame. This came out a couple weeks ago. I've been dying to get my hands on this. I'm so excited to use this one. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Christiana. All right, I'm going to put that over to the side. Then we also got, I don't know if Miss Linda is here. She's been asking about this transfer. I am going to create a cutout for it. Just give me some time. But this one is called the veteran transfer. And this one has been really popular as well. So if you have a veteran in your life or somebody who's in the military, this is a great transfer to create something for them for Memorial Day and 4th of July and all of that good stuff. So there is that. So that's the veteran transfer. I'm going to put that over here. All right. So what do y'all want to see first? Do y'all want to see the new transfers or do y'all want to see the accessories and the color of the month? I don't know why it's showing me like I'm all laggy. Am I laggy for y'all? It's showing me that I'm like a slow motion kind of. I do feel a little bit better today. I do. Okay, not anymore. It's not lagging for me. All right, so, no, okay. So what do y'all want to see? Hi, Ruthie. What do y'all want to see first? I'm going to try to get it made tonight, Leona, but it'll be posted sometime this week. I've already kind of started adding some of the new cutouts. Not anymore, okay. So what do y'all want to see first? New transfers? Put transfers, or do you want like accessories and like color of the month? What do y'all want to see first? And we're going to do a little project with this guy. There's a little pineapple transfer. So I thought that'd be a fun little, quick little project we could do after I show y'all everything. Hi, Nara. How are you? Transfers. All right. Someone has spoken. Miss Christiana has spoken. So we're going to go transfers first. So these are all your size A transfers. So before I get started with anything, if you are not a Perks member, you need to become one. Basically, a Perks member is a VIP member. a VIP customer, and you get 30% off of all of your chalk items, okay? So it's $20 a month when you sign up, and it's a $20 fee every month. But you actually get that $20 back in a product credit to use within 30 days, every 30 days, towards an order. And a ton of y'all use that every single month, and you save your 20 bucks. So you get that $20 back. So it's $20 each month, but you get 30% off of everything I'm about to show you, okay? So I'm going to tell you the retail price. That's not going to be the Perks member pricing, but if you want to figure it out, it's 30% off of the retail price, which is absolutely amazing. So if you love chalk, or if you've been on the fence about it, I highly recommend becoming a Perks member. And then if you become a Perks member, become a club member, because you save 30% off of your club as well. Hello, Stephanie. All right, here we go. So these are all size A. These are all going to be like 4.5 by 6.5 size. And these are all $11. So this first one is called Donut Worry. So bear with me. I'm trying to find the camera. So it says Donut Worry. So it says salty but sweet. Donut worry. Burnt but optimistic, and just roll with it. Those would be great little stickers. You could get some vinyl. That would be a great little sticker. So this one is Donut Worry. Then we have a Party Without Cake. So this one says a party without cake is just a meeting. Then this is the one we're going to do today. It's called Be a Pineapple. So it says be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside. Hi, Patricia. That's the one we're going to do tonight. This one is La Dolce Vita with some pretty little, I was going to say seashells. That didn't make any sense. A croissant and some coffee. Oh my gosh. La Dolce Vita. Then we have Slightly Bitter with a little lemon. Super cute. This one, I need to make something for my mom for this one, because she loves to play pickleball. So it says, always pickleballin'. See you in the kitchen. Is it focusing for y'all? There we go. I gotta get my face out of it. Then we have a little beach scene. This one is called Ocean View. Sorry, y'all. The camera's focusing on my face rather than the transfer, so let me move my face out of the way. This one I think is going to be so fun. Stained Glass Hydrangea. Then we have, this one is called Homestead Blend. So it says Homestead Blend Premium Coffee, fresh roasted and packed by coffee and tea specialists. Then we have Handmade with Love. So this is great for like putting on, I would say like on the back of your like, on your crafts and stuff, if you sell them or you give them away. Then we have It's Only Sarcasm, If Only Sarcasm Burns Calories. That one's hilarious. That would be a great little tea towel. Then we have Summertime. And then we have In This Together. So it's a little package of sardines, and it says we're in this together. So which one is your favorite? Let's see. I'm going to show you all mine. I love this one. I love the cake. Hi, Jennifer. I love the cake one. I love the pickleball one. Stained Glass Hydrangea. I love that one. We're going to have to do that on like an acrylic. So those are my favorite size A. So these are all size A, 4.5 by 6.5. And they're $11 retail. So I'm going to move these over here. Let's go on to size B's. Which one did y'all love? Cake and donuts, pineapple. Monica, we're going to do the pineapple tonight. Y'all, do me a huge favor. Hit that heart button for me. Sprinkle the video. And make sure you tag a crafty friend for me. All right. Next one is all of our size B. So these are all going to be 8.5 by 11, and they're all going to be retail $16, okay? So we have Catch and Release, Fish More and Stress Less. So this one is called Catch and Release. Perfect for a men's t-shirt. Okay. Ooh. Y'all, and I haven't seen some of these. This one is called Busy Bees. Busy Bee, so it says, oh, did I have it upside down? No. This one says, even busy bees smell their roses. This says, home is where your honey is. Home is where your honey is, with a little cabin, I guess. Then Bumblebee Co. and Farm. Then you have the tile, the Scrabble letters for Buzz. And then you have Sweet Honey. So this one is called Busy Bees. Yeah, the hydrangeas are really cool. Hi, Lisa. Then we have called Beef Cuts. This is perfect for like a little kitchen sign. Sorry, y'all, I don't know what's going on with my camera. But we're going to do a project here in a second. And this one says, meet me where the sky touches the sea. Ooh, that's pretty. This one's called Meet Me. This would be really pretty on a bag. And what you could do is paint like a beach scene behind it and then lay this on top and like chalk it in black. That'd be really pretty. I love this one. This one I have to make a shirt for. It says Silly Goose. So it says Silly Goose on the loose. This one I think is one of my most favorite ones. So Silly Goose on the loose. Then we have Fresh Lemons. Another perfect kitchen sign, delicious bread, or this one's called Daily Bread. Another pattern, or a first pattern, I guess, watercolor dot pattern. We're going to use the heck out of this one this summer. Now this one is called Hide and Seek Champion. So it says Hide and Seek World Champion Undefeated. The Silly Goose one I love. So this one is called Grilling Meat Softly. So it says Grilling Meat Softly with his tongs. That'd be great on a apron. And this one is called Treasure Island. So I would assume with this one, you take this, chalk it as your background, and then lay this on top. Then you have a vintage ruler pattern. Love this. I am feeling better, Melinda. I sure am. Then we have We Are Family. So you even get a big one and a small one. So like you could put this on a t-shirt for an adult and then put this on a kid's t-shirt. May contain alcohol. I think this one's hilarious. Perfect for a shirt or like a little wine bag. That'd be cute. All right, this one is called Floral Melody. Some pretty florals. This one says I'm not old, I'm a classic. So this one's called I'm a Classic. This one I think is so fun because you could totally do this with a kid, with kids, and they could kind of make their own little thing. So this one is called the Beach Essentials. So this one you could just cut all the little pieces apart and like you could have your kids or grandkids make like a little beach scene. But this one is called Beach Essentials. That's okay, Robbie. I'm just showing all the new stuff. So this one says Campfire Tales every Saturday, songs and stories at sundown, free s'mores. So this one's called Campfire Tales. Another one, my favorite workout. I love me some wine, y'all. So this one, and another shirt. I need to get some shirts. Then we've got some more little seashells and sea stuff. So this one's by the seashore. I thought that said seahorse. By the seashore. Seize the day. And a little charcuterie board. So you can make your own little charcuterie board. Then we've got some minis. This one is called the Wilderness Patches. And this is something I didn't grab. There are like mini square patches. So you could totally get these and put them like on a bag or whatever you might want to do. Oh, good, Robbie. I'm so glad. So this one is called Wilderness Patches. This one is General Store. Another wine-inspired one. This one is called Wine and Cheese. So it says, we go together like wine and cheese. Cheese, wine, and a friend must be old to be good. Charcuterie, the definition of charcuterie, and then you get a line and a little wine glass. Pam, if you comment the word summer, and you go check your messenger, I will send you a message with everything I'm using tonight. I mean, I'm going to do a project, but there is a link to check out all of these. If you check your messenger and read the message and says new summer collection, there's a link below that. Click on that and it'll take you directly to the website where I'm showing all of this. Okay. Then another pattern, y'all, we got some nautical knots pattern. So which one is your favorite? Silly Goose is definitely my favorite. I am so going to make a shirt with that. So Silly Goose is my favorite. I also really love, where is it? I love the Silly Goose. My favorite workout. And then the charcuterie board. I think this one is just so cute. Oh gosh, it's making me slow again. You like the classic one? So those are all the size B's. These are all $16 retail. But like I said, if you become a Perks member, you get 30% off retail pricing. All right. Next is size C. So these are all 12 by 18, and they're all going to be $27. There's only a few of them. So the first one is Firefly Fantasy. So I'm going to kind of zoom in, but you kind of get a little scene to make a little firefly thing. Yeah, I love the Silly Goose. You like all the beach stuff? This would be a really good pattern too on the background of something. And you get, ooh, you get a little fairy. I just noticed that. So that one is called Firefly Fantasy. More patterns. Ooh, I like this one. Ooh, and a little mini pattern. This one I think will fit in that schoolhouse frame that I showed you all at the beginning. So terrific tile patterns. And then, I don't know if Miss Angie's here, but Melon Patch. She liked this one. This one, it says Melon Patch, pick your own. And then some little watermelons. Which would go perfect with our cutout of the week, which is a little watermelon theme. So this is the cutout of the week, y'all. This is $12.99, includes the cost of shipping. We did this last night on our live. Turned out really cute. All right, that's all the size C's. Next, we're going to go into the size D's, and this is the last of the transfers, okay? So these are all 18 by 18, and these are $33 retail on the website. So we've got some more patterns. So we've got, this one is called the Pottery Patterns. Y'all know we love the patterns. So, hi, Sharon. We're going to use the heck out of these. Really cute. Then we've got another pattern. So the special thing about this pattern is, do y'all remember, I didn't do it on a live because they sold out before I could do it. But do y'all remember back in like February or like January, we had like the clay hearts, like little chalk bundle that you could get. So it came with a frame, it came with a 9x9 transfer, and then it came with the clay and like the cookie cutter to make the hearts. Well, that transfer was a 9x9 and everybody loved that transfer. So they made it into a big 18 by 18. This one is called the Fancy Florals pattern. So they blew it up for us and made it a big 18 by 18. Y'all don't be intimidated by the big transfers, I promise. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, and then our last one is the hibiscus pattern. This one is perfect for pillows. So we might have to make a summer pillow. Hi, Donna Glaze. All right, y'all, we're about done showing everything. I'm going to show y'all a couple more things, and then we're going to do our craft. Okay, so that's all the new stuff that's available on the website. But we have a brand new size ink mat. So typically our ink mats come in like an 18 by 18 or 11 inches wide by 23 inches long. But they came out with an 8.5 by 11 or a 9 by 12. Yeah, 9 by 12. So 9 by 12 ink mat. This is perfect for your t-shirts. So there's a new size ink mat for y'all. And then we have a brand new tote bag. So this one is the Everyday Tote Bag. So this is also a new surface on our website. Okay, perfect for inking. And then I'm going to show you all the color of the month, and then we're going to go ahead and start some crafting. All right, so color of the month is an ink this week. So this month. So ink is going to be used for like your t-shirts, tea towels, glass, ceramics, all of that. Okay, things that you want to stay permanent. Now, I wouldn't necessarily use ink on a chalkboard, on wood, really just things that can withstand heat or that need to be heat set, okay? So this is the color Ever After, and it is a metallic light green. So let me open this up. I haven't even looked at this yet, but this is like the perfect like summer bright green. So it is a metallic color. This one is called Ever After. So you can unlock this color when you spend $75 or more on the website. When you are going through the checkout process or when you're in your cart, it'll open it up to where you can add this. And Perks members, you do save 30% off of your color of the month as well. So once it's gone, it's gone. So just keep that in mind. I would not wait if you want that. But that's the new color of the month. Let me show y'all compared to Scout. So Scout is another metallic green, but it's more of a dark green. This is available on the website. You can order that. And then this is the color of the month. This is Ever After. So Scout and then Ever After. I know, Miss Janice, but sometimes with it all depends on the pigments and stuff and the raw materials. Sometimes there's things that they're not able to do in both. You know what I mean? So, color of the month, we're going to use that at some point. Be on the lookout for that. All right, y'all ready to start crafting? Yay, Angel. I'm so glad you love it. All right, so I'm going to pull out this brand new transfer. This one is called Be a Pineapple. And I have a brand new cutout. It's a standing little pineapple. You can grab this on my website or when you comment the word summer, but we're going to go ahead and paint and apply that transfer. So when y'all pop on, say hey. I feel like I'm starting my little live over again. But when y'all are here, say hey. If you just jumped on, say hey. Just say hi to me. Talk to me. Y'all are so quiet. But which transfer are you hoping to snag? Hi, Shelly. All right, so we're going to use some Meadow and we're going to use some Bumblebee. We're going to have to do a couple of coats. I already know. So I'm just going to spray some water in there. And let's get a paintbrush out. And let's get to painting and crafting. But I wanted to show you all the new stuff. That's all available on the website right now. I don't believe anything's sold out. So you have time to grab everything that you want. So, all right. I kind of have to figure out where the green needs to start. So I'm going to go in with Bumblebee. You could use acrylic paint for this. You could use chalk paint, whatever you want. I'm just going to use my chalk paste to paint tonight. Fireflies and Silly Goose. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lynette. I'm so glad y'all are here. All right, I'm going to pull this out. Yay, Robbie. I'm going to pull this out and see. Okay. Where it needs to go. I think it needs to go up pretty high. I'm going to go there. Yeah. All right, then I'm going to pull out my other paintbrush and we're going to paint this in green. I sure will. Give me 1 second, Miss Lynn. All right. I will show that here in just a second. Yes, $10 Tuesday is up, y'all. It is a limited quantity. So be sure to get your order in. Several of you have already snagged yours, but it is this little butterfly that's behind me. I'll show you here in 1 second. But this is the $10 Tuesday kit. So it's a little butterfly. You can paint it however you want to. You don't have to do the red, white, and blue and gold like I did. But this is the $10 Tuesday kit. So this is $10 flat, which includes shipping and all of that. So this is the $10 Tuesday kit, the Patriotic Butterfly. So you can grab this if you comment the word summer. It's linked in there, or right down there in the pinned comment where it says comment summer at the very bottom. If you open up that message, there's going to be a link in there where it says $10 Tuesday. You just click there and add it to your cart and check out. But it's only 10 bucks, includes shipping. It's a heck of a deal. So grab that while it's still available because tomorrow at midnight it will go away. I will take it off the website. So, all right, let's dry. And we're going to need another coat. Yeah. I hope I don't lose mine because we had a storm. Oh no. Yay, you're going to get the veteran boots and the pineapple. Well, my cutouts are now, this cutout is now added to the website. I'm going to work on adding all of the summer cutouts to the site over the next week or so. It's going to be a slow process because I am cutting orders. So I'll sneak these in as I can on there. But you can just go to the creativellama.com as well. And it's right on the home page. You just might have to scroll down a little bit. I try to, Miss Lynn, I try to keep things as affordable as I can. I know sometimes when I do different projects, it's not super, like, I don't want to say not super affordable, but it's not in everybody's price range, you know? So I try to do the $10 Tuesdays to include everybody. You know, and there's no additional shipping with that. At least most of the time there's not. Sometimes I'll have to add it just depending on the project. All right, so there's our little pineapple. Let's get this dry, and then we're going to chalk. Ooh, what color should we do the base? I think yellow. I might have to do the green one more time. Hi, Louise. Ooh, and y'all, don't forget to shop Live Sale Sunday, okay? I'm taking orders until Friday. If you want the pineapple cutout, I want to say the standing one is $5 and the non-standing one is $4. Super affordable, not too expensive in my opinion. So grab it or let me know if you want me to add it. The Live Sale Sunday is still open for orders. And if you want to add stuff from the website to your order, we can totally do that as well. All right, that's painted. Let's go in and do our little brown. Ooh, we should do brown. When you do the sale, does that include shipping? What sale? What sale, Lynn? For live sales, no, that does not include shipping. Shipping is a flat rate of $7.99. Pretty much the only time I offer or include shipping on any of the items is cut of the week and $10 Tuesday. Other than that, I would say 99% of the time, I don't include shipping in the cost. All right. Where's a brown? We're going to use some chalk paste. Hi, Connie. I'm good. Oh, yeah. So do the base with dark wax. Ooh, we could do that. That's a good idea. Where is my stain? It was right over here. Stain. I guess, there we go. Here we go. We got American Honey. Hold on, y'all. I found my American Honey. I don't know where. Let's do this one. Hi, Holly. Yeah, that's just kind of my rule of thumb is I don't include shipping because on much of anything else. And I rarely do free shipping on my website because y'all, shipping is so expensive, like so expensive. Like most of the time, like the $7.99 doesn't cover the full cost, which I'm okay with. Like that doesn't bother me. I'm happy to cover the difference just so y'all can save a little bit. But shipping's expensive. All right, we're going to stain this. I need to make sure I close that better because that had like a film on top, like it dried. All right. Hold on, it's about to get loud. All right. That looks good. Let me put this back. And let's pull out our transfer. We might have to clean this up just a little bit. I do need to sand that. But, okay, what is everybody having for dinner tonight? Let me know what y'all are having. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to bring that yellow up just a smidge, but I want to lay this down on here to check it. So, but I do need to sand this. Okay, actually I need to bring the green down a little on this side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pull this out and fit this here. We're gonna dry and do a couple coats. Pizza, baked potato bar, not sure yet. Barbecue pork, meatball bombers. What are those? What are meatball bombers? I don't know what those are, but those sound good. All right, let's dry. I had a repeat of yesterday. Turkey bacon sub, taco salad. Ooh, I love taco salad. Spaghetti. Ooh, that does sound good too, Elaine. That does sound delicious. All right, let's wax this because we are going to put our transfer on top. And I don't, you know what, before I do that, let me sand. Excuse the language, but we had, what is shit on a shingle? Is that like a nacho? Sorry for my language, y'all, but I was just repeating what she said. A cheeseburger, Happy Meal, yum, Linda. Barbecue sandwich and baked beans. I'm not a bean girl, but you got me on the barbecue sandwich. I can do that. What the heck is that, Sharon? I don't know. Have y'all heard of that? All right. I'm going to soften my wax a little bit, and then let's add a layer of wax. So this is going to protect the paint that we put down, okay? Because we don't want the stickiness of this transfer to pull up that color. Well, Janice knows what it is. Hi, Diane. What is it? Y'all are leaving me out. Just joking. Hamburger with gravy on toast. Hi, Linda. Hamburger with gravy on toast. A hamburger. So, like, it's a hamburger patty with gravy on a piece of toast? Or is it like hamburger meat, like all crumbled up with chipped beef on toast? Cream chicken on toast. It's a hamburger? I have never heard of that. Ever. All right, let's fuzz. The fuzzing is just going to add a little bit of lint to make it a little less sticky. You don't want your transfer to be too sticky. Because if it's too sticky, there's a couple things that can happen. It can pull up your paint, and it can stick to your surface really well. And then if you have to fight it off to pull it off, then it's going to either curl your transfer or stretch your transfer. It's an old dried beef. Ooh, no hamburger crumbled up with mushroom. Okay, it's ground beef. Okay. I'm going to have to ask my mom if she knows what that is. I bet she does. She's from Amarillo. All right, let's lay this down. You can see through the transfer. Okay, so this is my dilemma. Do I do the wording in black or white? But I'm going to do the leaves in sage. Sounds like anything on toast. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. Hi, Linda. No white sauce. Oh, see, I guess everybody has their own version too. What do y'all think? What color for the words? All right, so I'm going to go in with sage. Used to eat a lot back in the 70s. Okay. You could use pesto. You could use eucalyptus. You could use shimmer forest. I'm not going to do shimmer forest. I'm just going to do sage. But what do y'all think? What color for the wording? It's a quick dinner. Well, now I'm going to have to look this up. Oh my gosh. That has red on it. All right, let's go back over this. Oh man, I got red on it where I don't want it. That's okay. Black for words. That's what I was thinking, Shelly. Been eating since I was a kid and I'm old. You're not old. You're a classic. Just like that transfer. Right? So y'all, I made the mistake. I didn't clean my multi-tool before I went in. And some of this red transferred, but it's okay. I'm going to go over it real quick. Hi, Diane. I'm going to try to go over this and cover up that red. All right. Let's lift. Ooh, she cute if I didn't put the red in there. Ooh, brown. Brown. Ooh, I like that idea better. Okay. Bark or espresso? Bark, espresso, or black? Black, bark, espresso. I kind of think I like the bark. Linda says black words. Monica says brown. What do y'all think? I'm going to close up all these other ones while we're trying to figure it out. Black. It does look good. Let me show y'all. You can see where I got, let me cover up my face. You can see where I got the red a little bit. Jennifer says bark. Okay, no espresso. I think, because remember our thing is going to be brown down here. Okay, we're going to go brown. Now remember, if you want to do black, if you get this project and you want to make it your own, you do black. We're going to go in with black, brown. We're going to use a bark. And let's just go over this whole thing. So I lifted up the transfer on top because I didn't want that paste to dry in the silk screen while we were deciding, okay? So that's a little tip that you can use if you are a little bit slower of a chalker. Because if I were to go in and chalk this whole thing, I could have done it without it drying, right? But if you're a slow chalker, that's okay. You don't want your chalk to dry in the silk screen. So I lifted it up. We call it a paste and peel. I peeled it up so that way the paste didn't dry in there. Because if it does dry in there and you go to pull it up, it's going to pull up the paste with it and it's going to make your design look patchy. It's happened to me several times. If your paste is on the drier side, that can happen. Okay, it can be fixed by just cleaning your transfer, lining it back up, and chalking again. But that's why I do that, to prevent that from happening. A couple times how I can be a member of this year. Diane, I'll check again. Messages get lost so often in my messenger. Oh, look at that. I love that. All right, let's clean it. Yeah, it's okay to be a slow chalker. And please, y'all, do not compare yourself to me. I do this on a daily basis, and I've been doing it for almost 5 years, okay? If you're a slow chalker, that's totally fine. Take your time, but do your paste and peel So that way, that way your paste doesn't dry in your silk screen. Yes, Monica, I can add it. Just send me a message right after my live. Diane, send me another message and I can go back through and add it. You'll just have to pay the balance. You'll get an email saying there's a remaining balance. It'll look like you're paying for everything again. You're not. You'll just pay the difference of whatever's added. Okay. So scrub the front, turn it over, scrub the back. You just want to make sure that that silk screen is nice and clean. But I have, for the pineapple, I have a standing option and like a flat not standing option. So I also thought this would be cute if you did like on a board. Hold on, y'all. Put this on a board. You add a pattern background to the back, and then you paint your pineapple, and then do the transfer on top. I'll have to show you what I'm talking about. I do like the brown. All right, let me dry this off, and then I will show you the end result, and then we're done. It was a simple project tonight. Sometimes the simple projects, you know, this is what you need. Something simple, something easy, not something so detailed and ornate. I know I can tend to do that quite a bit. But sometimes we forget about the really simple projects. Line this back up the best that I can. All right. So it's back on its backer sheet and I can reuse it. If it's staining, don't worry about it. You can reuse it again. But here is our little pineapple. Sharon, I will have the boot cut out. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to try to make it tonight and get it cut so I can get it added. I was waiting for my transfer to come in because I can go ahead and create the file to cut it. But I like to check my cutouts to the transfer because sometimes when I'm creating the file, it doesn't always exactly match the transfer. So I do like to check it. So I was waiting for my transfer to come in. But here's our little pineapple. So it says, be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside. Just a super cute little project. Grandkids could do this. Y'all, it's really, really easy. This is why I love chalk. And the cutout is added to the website, okay? So you do, like I said, you have the standing option. And then you have, I do like the brown, if it'll come out. I do have like the flat option to where the bottom of the pineapple is looped or like scalloped, if you will, instead of like the rectangle. I just can't get it out of there we go. So you see how there's a little rectangle at the bottom? Hold on. Like right here. That rectangle won't be there. There's a picture of it on the website, so you can check it out. But that's our project for tonight. So comment the word summer. Go grab your little pineapple craft. And I agree, Leona. I'm really glad we went with the brown. Grab your pineapple craft. Go grab all your new transfers. We've got lots of stuff to create with over the next couple of weeks. So I love it. All right, y'all. I will see y'all all tomorrow. We're doing the new club. So I will show y'all the new club and I will get the club colors posted tomorrow. So if you're new around here, I do like a little discount on the jars. You just have to be a member of my VIP group in order to get that discount, okay? But that will be posted tomorrow. All right, y'all. And if you want this added to your live sale order, you can just send me a message and go shop the live sale. Ooh, all the things. And don't forget to grab your $10 Tuesday. This is a $10 Tuesday kit. You can grab that right down in the pinned comment, or I can send you a link to it if you need it. But that's the $10 Tuesday kit. It's $10, which includes shipping. You don't have to pay any additional shipping fees. All right, y'all. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your night. And I can't wait to do the club tomorrow. Bye, y'all. I can't turn it off.